Hello and welcome to Adaptation. It is the fourth Saturday of the month and you know what that means. It's time to find out what our beautiful hosts have been watching in the new year. Jess has been marathoning the BBC's Merlin, which tells the story of a young Merlin and Prince Arthur living in a Camelot ruled over by the magic-hating King Uther. It's touching and funny and full of very bromantic moments, and it stars Bradley James's jaw and Colin Morgan's cheekbones. Getting her fill of the BBC, Jess has also recently watched An Adventure in Space and Time, which tells the story of the creation of Doctor Who and William Hartnell's tenure as the first Doctor. It's a little bit of a dramatized version, but it is adorable and you should definitely watch it if you're a fan of Doctor Who. Now, Doran has been checking out the new sci-fi show Helix about a team from the Center of Disease Control that travels to the Arctic to investigate a possible outbreak, and as you can probably guess, that doesn't go so well for them. And continuing on her kind of sci-fi kick, Doran has also been watching the show Intelligence, where the main character, played by Josh Holloway, is an intelligence agent who has a supercomputer microchip in his brain that allows him to access all the information, just all of it. And that also probably doesn't work out so well for him. And now continuing along that path, Jen has been watching Chuck, where the main character, played by Zachary Levi, has software encoded in his brain through an email that was sent to him by an old college friend, and now the intelligence agency uses him. I don't know. It sounds kind of ridiculous to me, but the twins, freaking love this show, and they have never pointed me wrong, so trust. Jen has also been rewatching Sherlock, partially to get her mother into it, and partially because we're about to do a podcast on season 3, and I'm about to do the same thing. It's a modern-day telling of Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes, and it's so perfect that I can almost forgive Moffat for what he's done to Doctor Who. Almost. Sarah just finished season 1 of Call the Midwife and says she cannot stop watching it. It's based on the memoirs of an actual midwife from 1950s London, and it brings up some of the issues that are still around today, like poverty and class disparity, but it does it through that historical lens that the BBC does so well. And that is our 4th BBC reference this episode. What can I say? They give us the good stuff. Nicole just finished Battlestar Galactica last night, and she's kind of angry about it, which I think is funny because I personally cried, but to each their own. BSG is set in the future when humans are at war with Cylons, which are a race that they created and then it just got too big for its britches and decided to turn on Mom and Dad. It starts with the Cylon attack, and to survive, humans have to take to the stars and figure out what they're gonna do next. And then things get even worse when they find out they look like us now. And finally, I myself have been binge watching Parks and Rec. I'm actually really ashamed that it took me this long to start watching it because it's like the perfect combination of The Office and 30 Rock. Small town with colorful characters, kick-ass lead female. Now, I know that a show about the Parks and Recreation Department in Pawnee, Indiana sounds like a major snooze fest, but trust me, there is literally no character in the show that I do not adore. Well, that's it for what we've been watching this month, but you can keep the conversation going in the comments by telling us what you've been watching and recommending things for us to check out. You can also get in touch with us through Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. All of those links are in the description. And you can head over to adaptationpodcast.com to check out our podcasts and blogs and subscribe to us on iTunes. Until next time, keep watching!